Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 18 of albums that are 50 years old in 2024. We're looking back 50 years, the birthdays of albums, the anniversaries of albums from 1974. We've got 31 days in the month. 31 of our favorites across all music genres had to be released in 1974. Today, for pick number 18, going to go back to the seventh studio album from this British band. It was released November 29th, 1974. Recorded at New Pipers, Virginia Water, Surrey, England. Produced by Eddie Offord and the band for Atlantic Records. I'm talking about Relayer from Yes, of course. Kick-ass Roger Dean album cover, right? Can't beat that, right? Awesome. One of... trying to think if Roger ever did any other album art that had like all these grays and whites like this. I think the Badger album is probably the only one that I can think of that was in this kind of like color scheme. That's why this is kind of very unique. And if you look at the history and the works of Roger Dean, nothing quite looked like this one. So of course this is the album released after Tales from Topographic Oceans, after the split with Rick Wakeman, who left the band over kind of a disagreement on direction, especially with that album. He was not happy with that album at all and where they were going, so he left to go back solo once again. And of course, the band picked up a guy named Mr. Patrick Moraz, right, from Refugee. They almost had Vangelis in the band. He was like, I think, the next in line to be chosen, but that didn't quite work out. And Patrick Moraz shows up on one album only. One studio album with Yes. It's a shame. It's a great one. John Anderson, of course, on lead vocals, acoustic guitars, percussion, and things. Steve Howe, electric and acoustic guitars, pedal steel, sitar. Chris Squire, bass guitar, backing vocals. Patrick Moraz, all sorts of keyboards, mini Moog, Hammond organ, electric piano, piano mellotron, and Alan White, drums and percussion. And what do you get on this album? Well, you only get 3 songs, right? This is kind of like almost Close to the Edge Part 2 in a weird way, because it's kind of set up. It's very similar. You have on the original side 1 of the vinyl, you got the big, epic Gates of Delirium. 22 minutes long, right? Rambling, intricate, bombastic, Yes, at their best, with that great ending piece which was taken out of the song and almost given a life of its own. Talking about Soon, right? Gorgeous John Anderson vocal on that. But man, the Gates of Delirium's got all sorts of crazy, wacky stuff going on. Amazing keyboard playing from Mr. Moraz and Steve Howe. This album is contains some of Steve Howe's greatest playing ever, in my opinion. The whole band is just firing on all cylinders. It's been said many times that the group was listening to a lot of the fusion acts of the same time, Mahavishnu Orchestra and Return to Forever, and they were inspired by that. I get it. I hear it on this album. Over on side 2, you got only 2 tracks, 2 lengthy ones as well. You got the crazy, almost jazz fusion Sound Chaser, right? That's fast and speedy and acrobatic, and it's to me, Sound Chaser is the song that kind of represents the band being influenced by the 2 bands I mentioned before. Awesome. It's got amazing Steve Howe guitar playing all over it. Just really good. It's frantic. It's just amazing. I love Sound Chaser. And then you have the last track, also 9 minutes. Both these songs are 9 minutes and change. To Be Over, which is just simply gorgeous. To me, it's probably the song on this album that gets the least amount of attention, but it's really, really good. Great vocals from John, and amazing textures from the whole band. Really, really good. So 40 minutes, 3 songs. Yeah, Relay is a classic. It's always rated very highly for me amongst my favorite Yes albums. Always been a top 3 Yes album for me. Always. And still to this day. So, let's take a look at the charts, shall we? Australia, number 15. In Canada, made it to number 22. Dutch charts, number 10. France, number 9. Germany, number 27. Italy, number 17. Sal, it's always great when Italy's represented, especially when you talk about the prog albums from the 70s, right? Because they were big into it. They knew what was going on over there in Italia. Japan, number 37. Norway, number 18. UK album charts made it to number 4. And here, the U.S. album charts made it to number 5. Pretty good. And then when this was reissued in 2014, is that the issue that I have here? No, mine's the 2003. God, I've had this for 20 years already. I feel like I bought this album like 5 times, at least, in various reissues. And I'm thinking, like, how is this 2003 issue the last one that I got? So, I don't know. Very strange. Anyway, when it was reissued in 2014, it made it back onto the UK Independent Album Charts, number 19, and UK Rock and Metal Albums, number 11. Rock and Metal. What's that all about? I guess it is rock, right? Metal, no. As far as certifications go, this made it to gold in France. 100,000 units sold, and here in the States, also gold. 500,000 units sold. 500,000 copies here in the States. Let's see, what do we got? Anything else here? So, as I mentioned before, Soon was released as a single, January 8th, 1975. So a couple months later, they edited Soon out of Gates of Delirium, turned into a single with Sound Chaser as the B-side. I'm assuming Sound Chaser was probably also edited as well, but yeah. So, there you have it. Relayer from the Mighty Yes. Let us know what you think of this down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 18. And we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 19. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page where you can get all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility shirts and hats and hoodies and all that stuff. And then our Cameo page as well, for those of you who'd like me to do a personalized video for you. That's available as well in the links below. Coming up here on the channel, we've got, of course, Martin Popoff back in the Funhouse tomorrow, alongside later in the day and Friday afternoon, Mr. Ken Golden, the Professor's Picks, what's new being released on Friday the 19th. And over the weekend, we've got on Sunday, we have Ranking the Albums. Mr. Craig Kaminsky from the Monsters Den of the Hudson Valley Squares will be joining me in the ranking room. We will be ranking the catalog of the very cool psychedelic stoner rock band Nebula, featuring a couple members who split Fu Manchu and formed their own band back in the late 90s. They've got 7 full lengths and 1 pretty much full length EP. We're going to be ranking those 8. So tune in on Sunday for that. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow morning for pick number 19 of albums that are 50 years old in 2024. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.